Sinilo. I wonder what what that is about. Okay, so let's say hello. Let's take a 4-4 point here. And a 4-3. Well, I'll take the other 4-4 point then. Got a little bit of asymmetry here, so. And he jumps out. Okay, so let's approach this stone from this side. So break up this big expanse here, the largest side on the board. And he jumps out to protect the corner. And then I can back off here and try and build some kind of little base here for myself on this side of the board. And he protects this corner. Okay, well let's make another two space jump. These 2 space jumps usually yield a pretty decent setup. I think it's not quite a base. A base is a 2 space jump on the 3rd line. I have a stone on the 4th line here, but I get enough stones in this area I can live. And there's enough room for eyes under here, it looks like. Maybe he could still jump in there and try and break it up, but that's probably for later in the game. So he's not approaching the corners. He's just taking big extensions on the side. So let's secure one of my corners here, or enclose. That's not quite secure yet. And see where he wants to play. He could dive into the middle between my corners. That would be consistent with this play. Or he goes back to defending this corner. Okay, and I think I need to answer that. I think I do. I want to protect these stones over here. I don't want them getting killed. I have to keep enough room there for a base. So he's threatening to cut here, I guess. So let's extend once. So now here's the question. What happens if I play away and he cuts here? Can Atari, he extends, and that puts that in Atari. So if he cuts here, I probably have to Atari in this direction. He extends. He's got 2 stones there. I think I can catch them in a net. Like if I block here, goes up, I block, he goes down, I block. Yeah, so I think I don't have to immediately worry about that cut. I can give him 1 more stone to play over there, and I should look for a move to play here. Maybe I should just secure this side, or try and claim this side anyway, rather than continue the fight here. Okay, extends up in that direction. So let's do a corner enclosure here as well. There's still places that that both sides can jump in. I can jump in here between these stones. He can jump in here between these. But a few more stones in here and this starts to get solidified. Yeah, so he approaches over here. It probably makes sense. So let's, I want to keep that corner, so let's block here. Okay, and he hanes underneath, so let's block this way. And he just protects that cut. Normally they would Atari here and then connect here and just leave that 1 stone hanging, but just build a bigger wall there. So this is an opportunity for me to play away here. he's claiming this side, but he's got a lot of stones over there, so I think I should let him have this side rather than trying to take it away. And look to jump in over here. There's still a little bit of a weakness in the corner here because this was a big jump. Could consider coming here first. Just breaking up this angle of stones over here, this corner, and the two extensions, small extension here and a big extension here. Is a lot of space if if black is allowed to have that unhindered. So he goes there. So I can jump into the corner here then. And let's try and connect underneath like that. And let's see how this corner fight works out. I believe I should be able to live over here somehow. Okay, and he's peeping at that connection. I think this stone might be a sacrifice stone. The one on P3. If he cuts it out, let's keep crawling on the third line. Third line territory is not so great, but I'm taking territory away from my opponent here, so there's definitely something to be said for that. Okay, and then Hane underneath here. So I think this is enough space to live here in the corner. So I think that was a successful invasion. And if I go here, he doesn't actually have to respond because he's already got a stone out here. So instead, I think I will come back here and secure this connection. And that has the effect of weakening these stones. These three stones are maybe looking like they might get cut off. Okay, so he is blocking me in here, and I have to respond to that. I can't let him take too much space away from me, or it will kill the corner, and I need it to be alive. If he extends once more, I will play at S5 and make an I shape there, which would help this group's be a living shape. If he extends once more, he's threatening the cut there and killing those two stones. So I need to do something about that. So I like this S5 move because that gives this as a potential I over here. And it also solves the problem with the cut. So I had to respond there. That was a Sente move. And here, at least that's what I believe anyway. So here I still think I should try and pressure these stones over here and maybe cut them apart from this wall. I'm just wondering how I can do it. Like if I do a 1-point jump here, he just is going to push out. So maybe I have to do a diagonal move first. He caps. Could do another cut here, and that would kind of cut those guys off. So I like that move at 04, the diagonal move from these three stones. If he lets me, he can play somewhere else now. He's got this, so he could play a move like at 05, for example, to kind of link these stones up and keep me enclosed here. But then if he plays that move, then I get to play somewhere. I get Sente. Well, I like that he is taking his time. That gives me a little more time to think. So do I still want to cut? It looks like these stones are going to just run out to the center. Yeah, let's just protect my little space over here on the side. Okay, he comes underneath there. So if I hane, he connects. I will connect. If I hane, he cuts. I will take. I should be okay there. So I connect here, and this should be pretty secure. That's like a cutting point that he can't cut at because I'll capture it. So he's just coming on top of me. So I don't think that's a threat to this group. I don't think that's an existential threat. So I could make a small move here, which would try and cut these stones apart from these stones, but it's not so much, he's coming on top here, so it's not really pressuring those stones. I could run out to the center from this side. I could secure this corner a little bit more. This corner is not yet secure, and he could still jump in somewhere over here. I could approach these stones. Yeah, this kind of helps me to build some big shape over here. And also trying to limit the potential of these stones over here. A big moyo, they call that. And you have a framework of stones around a large space. Okay, he's just going back here. Well, I need to... Do I really need to defend that? He's making sure his stones are alive. He can he can extend in here. I can block. I mean, I think I have enough space to live or to jump out on this side. So I think there's better things for me to do here. He didn't respond here, so I could continue. I could switch to this side. Build up this big framework on both sides. Or attempt to, yeah. So he goes there with the hane. I can... what do I want to do? He's got a lot of space there. That's true. Maybe I should have jumped out here rather than done the hane. Hane once more, and he hanes again. I wonder where to place the stone. Yeah, I hate to give up all of this space, but I am getting big space in return over here. And I would like to kind of just jump out from this side. Don't know. I really don't know. Maybe he cuts. Yeah, he didn't. He didn't go for that cut. Okay, let's just connect here. I didn't like that cut after I saw it. Let's see, am I threatening the Atari here? Attacking that stone? Could extend or Atari this stone and break it up somehow. Yeah, so he protected that cut. Okay, so yeah, he's got a really big side over here, but I have a big side over here too, so hard to say. Okay, I'm just trying to do some capping moves. And we'll see how this works. I really would kind of like to link up across the board like this, but that's a huge space to cover. And most ways of doing it just gives him lots of space over here, lots of territory. So I don't know, unless I can get a lot of territory in the middle as well as along this side. Yeah, I wonder. So he jumps in the middle like that. Let's keep okay, let's make that a little stronger here. And look to jump out in this direction. Ah, he blocks there. Yeah, I was going to jump out in this direction. So if I place a stone here and he cuts, I can Atari and he connects, and I can Atari over here and connect. He can cut me apart here. If he wants to, with a cut at F11. But I get this Atari, yeah, connects, like so. And then I get this Atari, and then I can connect here. And these three stones are cut off, but they have these stones down here to run to. There's space down here, and there's space out here. So I think it's an interesting setup. And he's going to block in that direction. So let's go here first. Can also try and separate these stones from this one. So his stones are in danger of getting cut off as well. Maybe I could play here. If I go here, he extends. I block. Go here, he extends. I block. This just has 3 liberties. But this just has 2. He extends here, I block. Yeah, let's just turn this into a fight for the middle here. I need to get something to compensate for all this space he's getting over here. Well, I do have this space over here, I guess. I shouldn't say I don't have anything. But I can't let his group grow so big that it spills out into the middle and takes over everything. And if I capture those stones, it links this group with this group, and I'll have a living shape in the center there, which should be good for me. Okay, and he's allowing me to do that. And the price he's charging is he wants to get a little more space here for himself. And okay, so he's going to cover that. So let's Atari here. And let's Atari here. And I can connect. Yeah, so he's developing a big area here now. Everywhere I go, he's trying to develop some big territory. I can jump in here to reduce this a little bit. I can jump out here to develop this big territory for me. So let's see. Let's see what he has in mind here. Yeah, so he's just going to go like that. So let's extend. I'm looking towards building this as a giant territory for myself to make up for all of my opponent's giant territories. So this cut here is not an Atari. He can just capture it. So it's it was tempting. It looked like I was Atariing these stones, but he can just capture my stone. And yeah, he's going to keep with these honeys. Okay, so let's Atari that stone. And let's connect this way. I think I need to connect here so that this cut and that cut can't be used against me so dangerously. Now he's got this disconnected blob of stones here. I can Atari here, he connects, and I can come on this side, and it will have 1, 2, 3 liberties. But it can run in this direction and link up with these stones. So I don't think that is yet working, but there might be some forcing moves there. Okay, so he decided to protect that. That's interesting. So I can descend over here. That's probably worth a lot. I can kind of jump in over here. Can he cut me apart if I jump here? He can play here or here. Can extend or go here, and he can cut. Yeah, so actually I can't jump too far. Let's go here. And I'm just reducing his territory over here a bit. Then let's go here. I want to secure this area. He can still jump into the corner, I think, technically. Technically, I think that's still possible. But with more stones around here, what I can do is limit the damage from the invasion. Okay, so he's forcing me to connect here. Okay, so you know what I should do is I should make sure that these groups stay connected. Because as he surrounds this guy, it successfully reduced his territory a little bit. He's got to surround it to secure his territory over here. But as he surrounds it and it runs short of liberties, there's little tricks he can play. It's like this extension down here is a tempo move. Okay, I need to protect my territory down here. And let's well, that's still not a well, no, maybe he could Hane there. That would have been a dangerous move. So let's make sure we got some space here. Make some eye space. Make sure, take away that Atari at J4 there from him. Okay, so we will connect here. And here. So if I play at H3, that gives me one eye, and then connecting over here will give me a second eye. So I think he might try playing at H3. I should check that out. If he plays at H3, I could come to this side. Yeah, let's just play here to make it safe. So I've got one eye there, and I just need to connect up over here to get a second eye. So yes, I need to connect, I guess. So that's a living shape there. And I can even take a little space away from him by Atarying here or answering the ko at some point. So he goes there, yeah, that makes sense. Eats up my side territory. Okay, he is setting up a Hane or a Atari here, but he hasn't closed the gap on this side, so I will have time. Let's connect there anyway. It takes away a forcing move from him later. Okay, and then he's going on this side. So let's see, do I extend Atari? I think I Atari here. And connect. So he doesn't have that cut. So, I don't know, we're getting towards the end game here. And he still needs to challenge this big space here. I think this is a winning advantage now. My space here is much bigger than his space here, even with this kind of river running through here. But he's just enclosing me. So, what to do? First, let's take this corner invasion away. So we can't invade that corner anymore. That's not possible. That would be a big move. If he could play in the corner and live, that like takes 20 points away from me and gives a few points to him. So it's like, you know, it's like a 20-point move or something to jump in the corner there and live. Okay, so he is just shoring up the boundaries over here. Let's go ahead and see what he wants to do about this. Yeah, that's secure. Yeah, let's connect over here before I run out of liberties. Trying to do fancy stuff with this group of stones. Let's make sure I'm all connected over here. Yeah, so he just is tidying up the edges here and there. And it's probably not the biggest move for me. Let's see. Here, I guess I should go ahead and straighten out this border over here. You know, if I go here and he cuts, it's not a problem just yet because there's a gap. There's a outside liberty over here. So now I have to connect there. But this is alive and surrounded. This is alive and surrounded. There, let's neaten up this border then. And connect. And he neatens that border. Let's see. So those cuts are both protected. That cut is protected. Just surround this stone. Make sure he doesn't have any way of invading over here. So he decided to pass here. So I think I won this game. Let's see if without counting, let's see if I was correct. Yeah, I won by a big margin because I had all of this space here. Anyway, that was a very interesting game because both of us were taking our time and thinking about our moves. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you again soon.